Hello, welcome back to the Morning Blend. Let's take a quick look outside with the Martin Exteriors roof cam. You're seeing a little bit of sun peek out here and there through the cloud cover we're having this morning. But as we go into our Saturday, I don't think we're going to be seeing much of the sun until that snow system and winter mix has moved on out of the region. Aaron will have those updates for you coming up on WIFR News at noon. But in the meantime, we are chatting with Greater Freeport Partnership about some awesome events happening in Stephenson County this weekend. Nicole joins us. Good morning, Nicole. And, you know, we were having some champagne earlier on the show, so I think wine tasting is pretty much right up our alley.
And it's not even just wine. It's wine and a couple of spirits and then cheese, because who doesn't love a little extra
You have to
cheese?
have the cheese with it.
That's right. And it's all supporting a really great cause, the Freeport Art Museum. We have talked about the amazing things that the Art Museum is doing to kind of expand their reach in Freeport. This is one other great fundraiser that just continues to bring the culture and spread our wings here of what we can see and enjoy and be entertained by in Freeport and Stephenson County. It's also a really great opportunity to get to the Art Museum. If you haven't been there to check out the recent exhibits, always a great time with a glass of wine in your hand. The Art Museum is still on Harlem Avenue. They are working on their campus that is downtown Freeport, but the event is on Harlem Avenue. You can still call Jessica and Stacy over there at the Art Museum, see if you can get tickets. The actual event itself is from 7 to 9. If you were lucky enough to have VIP entry, that starts at 6, but always a great time at this event. It's a fantastic reason to get out of the house after, some winter blues and enjoy great wine for a great cause.
Hey, and there's nothing better, I think, than enjoying a nice beverage, enjoying beautiful art, because as you walk around, it just gives you kind of a relaxed energy to sit and talk with people and enjoy and take in all the gorgeous art that they have always.
You've got it. Yeah.
And that's not the only thing, though. There is some more things, especially fundraisers happening across Stephenson County. People are just generous, I'm going to say, in Stephenson County. We got this, and then we got the pulled pork, fundraiser that's coming up too.
Well, I mean, they're also hungry, Maggie. I mean, yes.
That is true, too. You could be generous and hungry all at the same time.
And that's what's great about both the event we just talked about and this one as well. You get something out of being generous. And this time it's a full belly and you're helping out the Cedarville Fire Department. They have their pulled pork drive-through fundraiser tomorrow. And that's individual meals are $10. The Super Bowl party pack is $100. And that gets you the pulled pork, beans, and coleslaw. The party pack feeds an estimated 20 people. I know we were just talking about, wings in the last segment, but man, pulled pork could be a great addition with your favorite barbecue sauce
that's
too.
That's a great addition.
Yeah, so you can start lining up for that at 11 a.m. until they're sold out. So if it starts to get, mid-afternoon and you're wondering, you might want to give them a call, 815-291-9109. So they will definitely need your support. All of our fire departments in the rural areas are volunteer. So again, you're getting your belly full for a great cause.
And a Super Bowl party pack, that's pretty amazing. So if you want that, make sure you can secure it. I think the best advice is get there sooner rather than later, because that is a lot of pulled pork, but you want it. Who wouldn't want it,
It sounds great right now. And I mean, it's only 9:45 in the morning. So yeah, we definitely have to take advantage.
I always forget sometimes. I'm like, oh, it sounds great. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning here, but it's going to be a fantastic fundraiser. So if you want to head out there, make sure you do get a meal for yourself, get that party pack, because that just sounds awesome. But another event too, Green Book. You're going to have to explain this one to me, Nicole, because it sounds really cool.
It is. And we talked about being generous and eating, but the other thing is enjoying the historic significance, being educated, especially during Black History Month. And Highland Community College has put together the Green Book, which is Navigating the Journey to Equality. So historian Tammy Gibson is doing this presentation. She also has an exhibit talking about how important it was to make sure you always had, all of your ducks in a row, all of your papers in order, all all of that kind of stuff as we were going through segregated times here in the United States. So making sure to really open your eyes and your mind to our history. And we love that Highland is bringing this lecture series to campus during the day on Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the exhibit, and the lecture is at 11, or I'm sorry, at 10. So please make sure, we're going to be talking about a lot of other different Black History Month events and activities that are happening throughout Stephenson County. And this is just one that we are really proud to promote and hope people get a chance to get out and see.
Yeah, and I think the subject matter is really interesting because, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Green Book, it still has kind of the historic significance to folks, especially who were growing up in Jim Crow South. You needed to have this to be able to go places safely and not risk your safety of your family while you're traveling, because the internet didn't exist back then. So that kind of significance really holds a lot of weight for folks still to this day.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. So having that constant paperwork all the time, and you think about, the only thing that's really close right now is like having your driver's license or your passport when you're, driving. But even that, like you said, we didn't have the internet then. You couldn't just be looked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, very historically significant and something that was not really all that long ago. That's important to remember.
So definitely want to check that event out. It's from 11 to 2, excuse me. So you'll want to go and hear that important lecture series. It's going to be really interesting and engaging. But there's also even more events happening in Stephenson County. If wine, history, or pulled pork aren't your things, which I think they're most people's things, but you never know. You guys got a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah, and definitely other historical events too. Jane Addams, there's a lecture series coming up on Jane Addams, who of course is also a Cedarville native. Tie all that together at the public library. For more information on those and so many other events, you can go to greaterfreeport.com. While you're there looking at the weekly events, make sure you download that event guide so you see the full breadth of everything that's available. And then we'll see you here every Friday to give you some more details.
I was like, you couldn't have said it better, Nicole. greaterfreeport.com. One more time for the website. Go and check out all the awesome events going on. And thanks so much for being here, Nicole. We always appreciate your time on these Fridays. We'll be back after the break.